Hello everybody, welcome back to some Scholar of the First Sin. As you can see, back in Majula, standing at the pit, weapons at the ready. This is what I'm going to go with for right now. I've never really fought with daggers, or dual wielded in this game. So like I got like a cool attack there, poke, power attack. So we'll see how this goes. It depends really on how much damage they do, but I figured I'd try it now since I know that the area we're going into is fairly weak enemies. Well, especially in comparison to what we just did. Like, we are probably severely over-leveled for, like, the rest of it. To be fair, we've been over-leveled pretty much since we finished Forest of Fallen Giants. So, but, before we get started, there is a couple things I would like to show you. First of all, we got the astrologist gear in the last part, but we never got a headpiece. It turns out that the headpiece, here, I'll throw this on right now. It turns out that the headpiece for the astrologist, they can drop two that you can get from other places in the game. Now, one is from the necromancers, which we've already killed all the necromancers in the game, I think, and because we defeated the executioner's chariot, there's none that will respawn. So if I do want I want to say it's like the black hollow mage or something hood, something like that. So if I did want that, I would then have to join the Company of Champions and go back into the Iron Passage to kill the astrologists that are there. Not gonna fucking happen. There is no astrologist within or in an area that I would consider killing. To try and get it. Now, the white hollow mage hood can be dropped from people later that we haven't come across yet. And then this Pharaoh's mask, you may have noticed when I put it on that like my clothes got darker. That's because it actually makes you wet. Master Picking Pharaoh's tears flow from drenching its wearer. So yeah, when you have this equipped, it does actually, as you see, and then I take it off and my clothes will lighten up, which is honestly a really cool effect. But you can use it. I'm gonna carry it around with me because if you use it, it'll wash off poison and crap off of you. Like if we had that when we went through Harvest Valley, we could have walked around in that poison, and obviously we would have got poisoned while we were in it. But like as soon as we left, it would have washed all the poison off of us. It also increases your fire resistance a fair amount. But anyway, if you remember at the end of the last part, we were walking around looking to see if we could get any of the Fume Knight armor, and it turns out that yes, we can, and it looks fucking amazing. And I think I really liked it with the Black Knight Great Axe, like this. I really like the way this looks, so we might end up doing this a little bit later, but not this part. But we actually had to go to the guy in the Iron Keep, whatever his name is, the merchant that's there. That's who we had to go to buy that. So yeah, and I didn't change in the Smelter Soul because if you change, I don't know, actually I think I did do that. But anyway, on to the Grave of Saints. As you can see, I have the Silver Cat ring equipped, and we're actually going to switch to the Jester's Tights because they lower fall damage even more. And then I think we also have a yeah, so as you can see, this here was the cheapest ladder, and it lets you land, it gives you a slight amount of distance down, very slight, to let you fall on this platform a little easier. But as you see, you climb off the ladder almost immediately after you start climbing down. Yay, another Pharaoh's Lockstone, that's good. And then as you can see, the second one that we bought lands there, which after you've got these two items, there's no reason to not use the second ladder. The third ladder does take you further down, as you can see, but now I don't think you can land on this beam here. I want to say that I tried that before and it didn't work. So I'm going to do this. Some poison moss, and actually, since we're clearly not fighting anything right now, I will do that. for this slow ass regeneration. Alright, and then as you see, we have that platform there, and then that is where the last ladder goes down to, which leads right into there. Here. Yeah, I think that if we needed to go higher, because you can go further down, as you can see. I don't actually remember what this cave is. Come to think of it. Ah, this is the Great Pacific. Okay. And there's the bonfire. And as you can see, we have a giant skull here that I'm assuming it's supposed to be a rat. In all honesty, it looks like a giant goblin skull to me. But yeah, this here is the Grave of Saints, which is our next goal. Oops, not that one. Is to clear this out with a dual wielder here. I'll throw that on, even though I'm not sure that'll actually help. Mainly because I highly doubt that these daggers do enough poise damage to make a difference. But, you know. This is apparently Harval's resting place. And this guy, I guess, was laughing at us. No, go away. So, now, the fact that the power attack doesn't even hurt him kind of annoys me, but I think that because the daggers have like a higher, because like backstabs in this game, it's something weird. It's like crit damage multiplier or something. So like that's why daggers will do more backstab damage than weapons that are higher than it or something. So yeah, and then as you can see, the rats petrify you, I guess. Wow. That, I mean, that does a good amount of damage, but like the double slash there did, I feel, even less than just my regular slash, which is honestly kind of weird. But yeah, I think, yeah, the rats crawled out of there. Because there's a few areas in here where they do that. Alright. I don't think that we'll be in too much trouble in this area. I also don't know exactly what these rats do. No, that's not what I want. Repair powder. I think these rats drop just like a really weird like amalgamation of crap. I mean, 2 hits. Oh, prisoner's gloves. Already got some of those. Ooh, 3 small smoothest silky stones. So now you have these. Like, there's going to be a lot of Pharaoh's contraptions here and in one other area. But unless you're planning on doing PvP, most of them will be basically worthless to you. Yeah. So like this one here, based on what I can hear, I think it makes a waterfall. I can't see what it opens up, but I do believe it makes water come out of somewhere. So that like you can hide behind it while like when like you can force people to invade you or something. I don't know. But this one here we'll use because it lowers this bridge, which is obviously useful. But yeah, that one there I think makes water come down so like you can hide behind it, and then when they run through it they'll be wet, and I think then they'll take more lightning damage. I'm not 100% sure on that. So, stone rats here. And I imagine based on all the holes, there will be more. Ooh, a rat tail. I need those actually. You use those. That's what you get when you join the Rat Covenant and successfully kill invaders or kill people who invaded you. I don't know what the improvements are. Besides maybe just to like make you jump a little when you first come in. It's like, oh, there's rats, and then it's like, oh, but Whispers of Despair, right? Oh, this one. Releases verbose darkness. Darkness echoes words of despair, reducing the defense of opponents. The dark blankets the world in black, a thing of tranquility, a thing serene. So it reduces their defense. Now, does that mean like physical defense or oh, right? So yeah, then this here is another bridge that we can lower later, but obviously we don't need to. It's another thing. It's another Pharaoh's contraption that you can activate just to like because this, to be fair, if you're gonna do PvP. Like, or if I would, oh, that's fine. Water sucker. If I was going to do PvP, it would probably be this Covenant that I would do it. Maybe this is the one that does water. Can I see? I still don't see anywhere where water would come out. I don't know. I know that one of these just, like, makes a waterfall that you can hide behind. But yeah, because, like, this area here, like, oh yeah, Roy the Explorer should be... There he is. So this is the guy that a lot of people use for the Covenant of Champions stuff. Hey, Roy. Because he's not a very hard fight, and you can cheese him. Oh, he's also using an invisible weapon, I do believe. Yeah, see, even with the stone ring, my daggers aren't staggering with the power attack. That probably would have been a better way to go with it. But yeah, because apparently after if you use a or maybe not, yeah, because you use a bonfire ascetic on that bonfire that we passed, and then I think it'll respawn him, and he will, and every time you climb down the ladder and then back up it, he'll respawn and invade you again. And if you're in the Covenant of Champions, it's a guaranteed Awestone, I think. So yeah, this here is the pathway to the other, to that other bridge that we saw. But obviously we have no reason to do it. And then yeah, as you can see, there's a bunch here that I think might cause these jars to start emitting poison. Like if you put it in this one, like then this jar will activate, and then you know obviously that one to that one, that one to that one. But yeah, there's a lot of Pharaoh's Lockstone stuff here, and you may wonder like, well, where are you supposed to get all of the Lockstones for that? And I think these rats can drop them as well. And there's our boss arena right there. Kind of cool that you can see it. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, some of these do water, some of them do poison. They all do stuff to the environment so that, oh, maybe it's this bonfire. I don't know. That you burn the ascetic at. I don't know. One of those two. If you're interested in it, I'm sure you can look it up and figure out which bonfire it is. It's kind of weird that that bonfire is like immediately before Fog Wall, or immediately before the boss. They're not usually that nice in this game. Okay, but that's clearly the boss, so we'll go this way. Now, just because we're about to fight the boss doesn't mean that we'll like, man, I can see all of you about to come out of there. All three of you. But you won't come out until I turn around to leave, correct? Yep, there they come. Wow, what the hell's taking you so long? Okay, that's this up here. Yeah, I'm not sure I really like this. Not necessarily like dislike dual wielding in general, but I don't think I like the daggers. They're not as fast as I would like, I think. And obviously, like, their reach is garbage, but that's to be expected. But like I imagine that if you got somebody like that you could stun lock with daggers, like, because clearly they're faster than a lot of stuff, that you would just basically be done. Like, that would be the end of them. I don't know if there's a way to activate these pods. Anyway, I don't want to dagger with this anyway, with this boss fight coming up. I don't know if they do. That would probably do the whip. I think the whip would actually be my best bet right now. Okay. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter what I have in my offhand. I'll have a little rest here so that we respawn. Let's see, is there any spells or anything that I would like? I mean, I guess I could like use Firestorm. I would probably do really well in here. Flame Swave would do well. Chaos Storm, so that's probably better than Firestorm. I don't know what Fire Snake does. Dance of Fire? I don't know. You know what? Let's just grab a few of these. And slap them on and see what they can do. Oh, some of these require 2 slots. Well, I'm not going to use them then. Let's see what they can do, because I honestly don't think I've ever used them. So Dance of Fire is just directly in front of you. Chaos Storm. That's gotta be the one I need for this, yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any. I guess I'll go with Great Fireball just to have it. Now, granted, this will work really well, assuming I can get it on. But yeah, this here's the boss, and when you start, it doesn't actually immediately begin with a boss, as you can see. What it does is it starts with a bunch of rats. And then there it is, the Royal Rat Vanguard drops in. There he is. It's not a very hard fight. You can get kind of screwed. As you can see, he does not take very much damage to kill, and once he's gone, all these rats run away. But we got the Rat Guard, or Vanguard Soul, and we got another Rat Tail, which is nice. Just because. But yeah, you need to kill a certain amount of the rats before he'll spawn, and then he just drops in. And now that, because you need a rat tail in order to join the Covenant, and the way you get that is by either fighting that boss or a different boss that we will fight later. But this here.
Leave this place, human. We have no time for thy kind. Humans bring nothing but filth. Is that a rat tail, human? Thou'st one of mine rat burrows conquered. This will not go unnoticed. Rejoice, for the right to serve me is now thine. Since thou'rt human still, permit me ask, thy human soul surrender, and pledge thyself to me. Swearest thou by the sweet-tempered sludge that laps at our bosoms?
You know what? Yes, I will.
Thou hast the eyes of one who perceiveth true beauty. Human, thou mayst serve. Take this ring. It was forged by a human who was once among us.
The crest
The
of the
ring
rat.
draws to thee those who would defile our burrow. Wear the ring whenever thou art near, and destroy those who would dare provoke our ire. I will grant unto thee all thou shouldst so desire. I prithee serve with a true rat's honor. Speak thy mind, servant.
Oh, we can buy stuff from them. What do you sell? Corrosive urn, dung pie, common fruit, red leech, petrifying bleeding resist.
My servant, tell me the way of things. There has been much honor in thy service, despite the human blood coursing thy veins. I am merciful, and trust in thee as I would any rat.
Oh, I've lost my internet connection. That's why I didn't get the achievement.
The insolent fools line up to trample upon our burrows. My servant, dispatch these invaders, and thy reward will be handsome indeed. Knowest thee of the lockstones, those odd contraptions fashioned by human hand long ago? Thou art human, and thence able. I know thy kind, base plotters and schemers all. Put these contraptions to thy employ against thy foe.
Oh, internet's back, so we should get it's not there, but
My servant, tell me the way of things. There has been much honor in thy service.
yeah, okay,
despite
so
the
now she
human
can.
blood
So yeah,
coursing
once
thy
you've
veins. I am merciful, and trust in thee as I would any rat.
So anyway, yeah, as you see, you can offer them rat tails. We do have
Disappoint
2,
me.
which probably isn't enough. I don't know what the rewards are for that. I'm looking it up right now. So yeah, we got the crest of the rat. Oh wow, barely anything. I'll do it anyway just to do it because it's not really a big deal. But so yeah, the crest of the rat. Join the covenant and wear this ring to lure trespassers to the Rat King's territory into your world. If you receive this ring, rejoice in the opportunity to demonstrate your allegiance to an eminently noble being. So yeah, if you wear this and you're in the Grave of Saints, I think it might just be the Grave of Saints. I'm not sure if you wear it in any other areas, because like I said, there is another area with a rat boss that that you can fight to get. I don't know if you talk to this same guy, you must, but it's obviously going to be from a different. But he must be in a different place. I mean, whether or not he's like the same guy lore-wise or like gameplay-wise, I'm not sure. Lore-wise, I imagine he is the same guy. Gameplay-wise, I imagine they just have 2 of him. But yeah, if you wear that while you're here and in the Covenant, just anybody who's in the Grave of Saints will get pulled into your world. So like as they're traveling along, they'll just like, oh, there's all the shit where stuff comes out above you. But But yeah, they'll just come out. Now, I do believe that while they're in here, since they're, like, now that we're in this covenant, none of these guys will aggro on us. So if I want to farm the rat tails, I will have to ditch the covenant to do it, but that's not really that big of a deal. And so yeah, I think while you're in the covenant, nothing in here will attack you except for maybe those 2 hollows that we passed by. If I'm not 100% on that. Actually, we'll reattune homeward in case we need it. You know what, we'll just throw Fireball on in case we need to light something on fire. And we'll stick with our whip for range and our dagger for backstabs. Although, to be fair, I don't actually know if I can backstab people with my offhand weapon. I've never tried it. If I can't, oh well. This is a really weird tombstone. But whatever. Oh, this is the fountain, I guess, that we passed. I say it's a fountain because there's no entrance to it, so it's clearly not like a, and all the water's on the outside, though. But, like, with no entrance, it's clearly not some kind of, place that you're really supposed to be in, I guess. Now, this, I do believe, will lead us down to the next area that we can also get to by going down further in that hole in Majula. And the one door that we could get to, well, I'll definitely throw the silver cat ring on this. Silver cat ring, investor's tights. I hate these bats so much, the fucking floofy things. Go. I don't think we can get to yet. I think we need a different key for that. So now you have that item there. Oh, there's the achievement. The Gnawing Covenant. Discovered the Covenant of Rodents. So now, I do believe that there's 2 ways to get to that item. One is to jump from up here, which I think is the easier of the 2. And the other is to jump from over where that chest is, which is the harder of the 2. Now, the issue with either of them is obviously getting back afterwards. So we'll try for the item now. We got... You know what? I do believe I even have like a fall control spell that I could have equipped and used, but... Okay. Nailed it. The disc chime. Rare sacred chime of unknown origin can be used as a shield. This chime, likely brought here by a visiting saint, slightly augments the effects of miracles. Use strong attack to emit miracles and hexes. So yeah, when you have this equipped in your offhand, you can use it as a shield, obviously. But instead of parrying, when you have that equipped and you use the strong attack, it just activates as a chime. It's honestly a fairly decent shield. Like, it's not amazing, obviously. Like, if we look at its stats, 80%, 40. You know, it's got pretty good lightning and dark resistance, but that's about it. But at the same time, it's it also lets you cast your miracles, you know. So, I mean, if you're a heavy miracle user, it's great. I mean, especially if you're in like close combat, like sword, shield, you use that shield. You're fighting somebody, they back up, and you have like lightning bolt or something equipped. Bam, you've got them. You don't have to switch or nothing. You can just immediately strong attack as they like back up to heal or whatever, and hit them with a miracle. So, and like I said, 80% physical resistance isn't too shabby by any means. Man, I really was walking right on that edge, wasn't I? Okay, so obviously we'll want to go off this way. So yeah, if we look down there, because I do believe that this is one of the few areas in this game with those fucking bone wheel skeletons. Don't think that's a mimic. They wouldn't do that on this platform. They're not quite that big a dick. Ash Knuckle Ring. Let's see. Increases petrification resistance. Knuckle Ring worn by Roy the Explorer. Oh. Petrification is tantamount to death, and in that sense, this Knuckle Ring is a charm that may save your life. So yeah, that's apparently... Now, whether or not you can actually petrify Roy, I don't know. I actually couldn't think of it. I don't know if you can petrify enemies, period. I see a hollow there. Is there not bone wheels here? Maybe not. Maybe there isn't. Oh, no, that's right. It's the exploding bricks that are down there. So if we go up here, maybe this leads to that other door or something. Homeward Bone. Oh, this leads to the lower down in the pit. Yeah, so if you fall down there, you're dead. But this is further down the pit in Majula. This is the very bottom of it. This is like the last platform that you can land on. Which is why they have a Homeward Bone there, I guess. I would like to get the next... whatchamacallit, the next bonfire, and then we'll go back down the pit to see if there's any other item that we missed. So yeah, we're going to drop down here and immediately be attacked by these guys. Thankfully, they're not very strong, and my whip has a decent range. So now that one stopped because he was about to leap at me. But as long as we keep our eyes and ears open. Another Homeward Bone. Just in case you want to leave this place. Oh, we got a Cyan Knight there. Ooh, a great heal, eh? Glorious Miracle, greatly restores HP. Select few have learned to recite this epic romance in its entirety, but those who do are amply rewarded. I don't know how much that means. I have no idea. Alright. So obviously fighting this guy in the water wouldn't be great. We'll get our pants back on. Our regular pants back on. And we'll throw our daggers back, since these guys, if I recall, are pretty susceptible to backstabs. Yeah, see, look at how much damage that did for a backstab. That's for like how much, like for how little damage it does. It did like, what, 76 damage when it hit him, and then it did over 700 damage when it actually killed, or when I backstabbed him. Like, that's insane. And then I do actually believe that the Umbral Dagger that could actually go with this a little bit more, since it's used by the Fume Sorcerers, increases that backstab damage even more. So if I'm going to even, so it may be worth it for me even just to carry that dagger with me, the Umbral one, just when I have an enemy that I know I'm going to be backstabbing. But yeah, this should lead us down. Another drop. I don't think it matters which pathway you take yet. Maybe it does, I don't know. So I got an item. Oh, and that's all that's here, but then, you know, at the same time, I can just go over there and then land behind everything. Wow, it's nice that they actually made that platform and not just fall to your death. I think I still have the silver cat ring on, so little falls like that won't hurt. Another item there. Radiant Life Gem. Oh, there's another. Yeah, there should be a bonfire down here at some point. In fact, there may be a bonfire before we even hit another group of enemies. And we will keep the daggers going for the next part, maybe the whip, I don't know. Wow, that chest is Well, maybe not. I thought it was a mimic there for a second, but... I don't know. I could have swore that I saw teeth for a second. It must have just been the way the light was on it. Oh, the token of spite. Well, we can go and do that as well then. Since we need to leave this covenant anyway for me to do my grinding in between parts. These ones aren't active yet, right? Yeah, this is our next area. Ow. So yeah, these statues here, they spit poison. Not all of these particular ones do. I think they have to have that shit on them for them to spit poison. But yeah, this is the gutter. Thankfully, they can all be destroyed. Unfortunately, they do respawn eventually. As you can see, there's a fog wall right over there. I'm not actually sure what that one is, but we should have our... Now, this area I have a love-hate relationship with, in that I think it's a really cool looking area, especially as you get it lit up. We're also going to get so many torches, and our torch already has like a few hours on it. Oh, shit. See, and here I thought I had landed on the one that was broken. But here's our first bonfire. Here, I don't think there's anything else up there. Even if there is, it's obviously not going to be hard to get to. But yeah, this is the gutter. As you can see, the walls look like they have water running down them. But I'm not sure if that's actually true or not. But yeah, when you rest at the bonfire, they don't. But if you leave the area or die, I do believe they respawn. They also have a bunch of these torches here that you can light. And we'll light this one since we're here. So yeah, our torch already has 4 hours on it, and there is a bunch of enemies in this place that drop torches. So let's set the light there. Yeah, I think we'll probably go with whip for here, just because, well, I guess the dagger is 2 hits, so. It's 2 hits that takes, like, no stamina, so yeah, dagger might be a good choice for this. Oh, I can't open that, right? Poison throwing knife. But yeah, this area has a not insignificant amount of drops like that you have to watch for. So yeah, we'll probably be running around with the torch in this area. And then as you can see, we can jump to there. We're just going to do this. And see if that resets the statues. Because I'm not sure, because Homeward is a weird one where, yeah, so if I use Homeward, it also resets the statues. Which is unfortunate to say the least. I'm reasonably certain that, like, because there is another bonfire further down. And, I think if I get to it and then, like, fast travel back up to this one, because this was basically the one area in Dark Souls 2 in my original playthrough that I did not fully clear out. It was like the one area, because it's mostly these guys. There are a couple enemies that are a little bit harder and give a little bit more souls, but for the most part, it's mainly these enemies, and they are basically worthless for souls. As you can imagine, and they're just like the regular, like, they're literally the weakest enemies in the game, I'm pretty sure. They do a lot of damage here because they have, all of their weapons have dark enchantments on it. But that's the only reason why they do any kind of real damage. We've already got... We've already got all of the items that they can drop. Oh wow, that's a frick move. Thankfully I can shoot them with my bow to knock them out as well. There seems to be a chest over there, I guess. Something. Seems to be a path back to the bonfire. I'm just trying to basically not drop down right now. Looks like a guy that usually has an item on him, but whatever. Go and get some of these lit up. Because there is, oh, fuck me. Wow, did you see how much I fell through there? And I don't mean just like fell past, I mean there was so many platforms that my character went straight through. Like, now that was some bullshit right there. That was definitely some bullshit right there. But whatever. Oh man, that fucking DLC really tore through my effigies. Rat tail, token of spite. Oh yeah, and got that. Oh man, I gotta go and get my souls though. Where the hell's that? Oh yeah, that's Sublime. Alright. We'll light our torch, we'll go get our souls. Yeah, so that other path that I saw leads to over there. Or leads back to here. We'll go get my souls, and then we'll just leave. Tatters. Wow, apparently I broke on the other side. You did not drop down there. I went this way. Prisoner's tatters. Oh, yeah, and that's another thing that happens in here where because it's full of holes, they do drop their items straight through, which is obviously some bullshit. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened there. Like, I just kind of fell through everything. Very weird. But yeah, if you light all of these, I do believe it spawns an invader that you can fight. Oh, that one. And a ledger. Alright. So there you go. I got a little bit to do now in between parts. Not a huge amount, but a little bit. But we do have some other stuff that we can do. Our first stop will be Majula, actually. Apparently there was supposed to be a crystal lizard on that bridge that we... I did not find it. Anyway. So yes, we'll use our Sublime Bone Dust. That'll make it so that we get more health from our Estus Flask. Okay, so that was step 1. Where am I headed that way for? Step 2 is we will go to Strayed and see if we can trade in our rat soul with him. I can't believe I forgot about Mage Roll for the Fume Knight armor, because I thought that the Fume Knight armor was one, but then like when we didn't find it anywhere, I thought maybe it was the Fume Knight, maybe it was the armor from the last guy that was there. Okay. I'm assuming that means that this guy gives us, yeah, Toxic Mist. I'm also going to assume that that's the only thing we get from it, but either way, it's a pyromancer we don't have, and I do believe it is actually significantly better than the, whatchamacallit, the Poison Mist that we currently have. I'm pretty sure it's way better. Not that I have anything to poison anytime soon, but you know. But yeah, now that we have the Token of Spite,
Yes, of course. Why else would you be here? Do you give yourself the armor? Then you will need blood. Lots of it. Undead blood. Like your own. But it's not as easy as you think. What did he say? Join the Brotherhood of Blood? That can hardly be the whole story. I want to hear what you really think. You want more than just a little blood. You want to be drenched in blood, mired in its foul stench. Am I right? Am I? Oh, just say that I'm right. Huh? I knew it. I knew it. Fantastic. You're the best. Now you are a servant of Na'Alma. This crest of blood is yours. There. Another servant of blood is born. You will serve well. I just know you will. Well, how are we? Whatever you need, I've got it for you.
Let's see, what does he sell? A great sight, a priest chime, bone stuff, delicate string, hexing urn, silver talisman, red sign soapstone, and a cracked red iron. And firestorm, great combustion, and firework. Now I will look this guy up to see what of his stuff I can only get from him. Now this covenant is one of the ones that I can't do or won't do. Well, no, that's. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I probably couldn't do it. I'm not good enough at this game fighting other people. So yeah, let's see. He sells all that. So yeah, the delicate string that he sells. Let's start with that, I guess. This thing, as it says, increases the chance of being invaded. Soft string, like ring tied around the finger, makes it easier for invaders to find your world. Who would create such ring and why? Perhaps the answer is better left unknown. So that obviously increases your chances of being invaded. Now that's also the only place you can get it, so therefore we shall buy it. Not that I will ever use it, but I do like to own things. So I think I might already have a priest chime. Not on me, but I'm pretty sure I have it. Now the great scythe, though, is another story. Okay, so apparently you can get this to drop from enemies later. But it's a rare drop. But since I don't plan on using it, because apparently it's a really weird weapon to use, because like if you don't hit them just right, it's just not going to do any damage. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the priest chime, so I'm not going to worry about that. As for the bone set here, okay, yeah, we can buy this. It's the only place to get this. It's for defeating the skeleton lords. Apparently he also sells a different armor set later called the Executioner set. Ah, but we need to make it to Dranglake Castle first. Not sure why, but whatever. Then we'll check out the Pyromancies, Firestorm, Great Combustion, and Fire Whip. Well, I know we have Fire Whip. But we don't have Firestorm, right? Because it was like... Okay, that's because we can get it for free. That's why, because I'm pretty sure that I had the option to buy it before. Great Combustion, I'm not sure. But we can get... no, we probably don't have that. Right. Yeah, okay. So, and we can get that one for free as well. So, yeah, we don't need anything else from him. That's everything we need. I mean, I guess I'll buy this just to have it, but... Yeah, there we go.
You know anything about tokens of spite? Well, you can fight other blood servants with them. I'll reward you if you win with red orbs. You know, a cracked red-eyed orb. Use them to visit other worlds and seek more blood. Tell me if you need anything else. I'm very generous. Anything to get you covered in blood. Have you heard of the Blue Sentinels? They're a thorn in our sides, to say the least. Their men are obsessed with hunting down blood servants. Who cares? It's just another chance to spill more blood. Doesn't that excite you? Hmm?
So yeah, if you reach rank 3 with this Covenant, you get a Great Chaos Fireball. That's the only place to get it. Which is why these guys suck. And so do the Blue Sentinels, because they both have a spell that you need to reach max rank. Now, the reason why they suck even more, and I'll never get it, is... like, these guys suck even more than the Blue Sentinels, is because even though they're a PvP Covenant, you, if you go to the statues over here while you're in it, and you have a token of spite, you can use it, if you're online, obviously I'm not, to duel somebody else who's in the Brotherhood of Blood. Now, if you do that and you win, you get 1 point. Yeah, you will get 1 point. And if you... Yeah, you don't use the token of spite, but you need to have it on you to do it. And then if you win, you get 1 point. If you lose, though, you lose 1 point. And that's the easiest way to do it, because otherwise you need to invade people with the cracked red-eye orbs. You need them to be a part of the Way of the Blue. And you need a Blue Sentinel to be summoned, and then defeat the Blue Sentinel. If you defeat the Blue Sentinel, you get 2 points. It does not look like you lose any points if you fail an invasion. But either way, to get to rank 3, you need 500 points. Which means you either need to win 500 duels, and lose none, by the way. For every duel you lose, that increases the amount that you need to win. Or you need to invade 250 people, or defeat 250 Blue Sentinels. Which means that you need to invade minimum... Well, actually, I don't know how many Blue Sentinels can be summoned for one person. Like, could you just invade one person, kill the Blue Sentinel, and knock them, and just hope that, like, another one shows up? I don't know. I've never done it, and I don't plan to. Now, if we kill this guy, we can also get his gear. And that may be a thing we do when we finish this. Like, once, like, we beat the... Or, like, we're about to finish the game. So I did in the first Dark Souls 2. Not Dark Souls 2, but in the first Dark Souls. It's like, I made it through the entire game. Saved as many people as I could. And then once I was at the end of the game, about to go into the final fight, I went and I just killed everyone. Just to get whatever items they drop. But yeah, Okay, now the last thing. We'll need our. Still got the cat ring on, so we'll need our stupid pants back on. And now we take the longest ladder, which should be this one. And then we see on the way down if there's anything we missed, which does look like there is. There's an item right there. Okay, so yeah, now that we're here, if we climb up here, I do believe there will be a door that we can't open, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there's this door here, and it's locked. We need a special... I actually don't even remember what opens that door, but I imagine once we get it, it'll come to me. Okay. Don't want to run or anything, you just want to walk off there, and then do it slowly there. And boosh, Ring of Evil Eye +1. Which is actually a pretty good ring. Absorb HP from each defeated foe. Peer too closely at the rare stone that forms the eye of this ring, and things that writhe and stir may come into focus. So every time you kill somebody, you get some health back. It's a pretty decent ring for PvE, obviously. And in all honesty, I don't know. I might switch up my two snake rings there when I'm not farming. Now that we're back in the main game, especially in the area we're about to go through, like I said, there's not all that much for drops, I think, that we could actually want. Oh, here, I guess I'll put on the Bone King stuff. Just, ooh, I like those. I do really like those. That looks weird. And the Bone Crown. Just a little crown. I do like the cuffs. Not gonna lie, I do like those. I think they actually look a little... I like that. I really do. I do like that. Do I like it better than the gloves? Oof. I don't know. It's, that's a tough choice for me. I'll stick with the gloves since they're upgraded, and probably the other ones require Quickly Titanite to upgrade. I'll probably keep the disc chime on me just because I don't really use any miracles outside of... although, maybe not, because the disc chime is probably heavier than... Well, it doesn't matter. I have so little weight right now, it doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, that'll be it then. Or for this part. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. And I will see you next week when we clear out the gutter. And then I'll see if I actually feel like clearing it out properly this time around.